of the biggest myths that people have about DIY trekking is that I'm going to be carrying about 15 or 20 kilos of load, which includes my tent, my sleeping gear, my cooking gear and everything else. And I'm on my own unsupported. And I want to tell you that is not the case. DIY trekking doesn't mean that you don't take somebody along with you to help you with the trek. And here I specifically mean a guide who comes along with you, or a companion who helps to even take some bit of the load. So you're not carrying anything more than what you would carry on a regular organized trek, like how you do on our treks, which is not more than between 9 or 10 kilos of load that you take. And that is modern DIY trekking.
One of the biggest myths around DIY trekking is that DIY trekking is unsafe. Today I want to share that it is not so. First is, when you choose to go on a DIY trek with Indiahikes, you will receive a navigation kit. The navigation kit consists of a GPX file that has the entire route mapped out very neatly. Second, you're also going to be accompanied by a guide. The guide is your next forte. At any point of time, if anything goes wrong, he is your person who will be able to help you out of the situation. The third thing is, when you're coming on a DIY trek with Indiahikes, the gear that we provide, be it the tent, be it the food, be it the other sleeping bag and all the other gears that are coming with you, they have been tested in and out in different conditions. What does it mean is that when you're going on a trek and using this gear, you are assured that you will have a safe experience on the trek, irrespective of the weather condition that you might encounter on the trail. Having said that, it is also very important for you to ensure your own safety, that you come prepared for any high altitude treks. Even on our website, you have multiple videos, multiple articles. Give a readout, call one of us, get to know the trail in and out. So if you do all of these things, your DIY trek will be a very safe experience.
The other common myth that trekkers generally have is that if I'm planning to go on a DIY trek, it is a lot expensive. But let me tell you that it's not true. If you're planning to go for a DIY trek with Indiahikes, then the cost becomes much lesser. In fact, it is so less that it's more than like 50% compared to the trek fee, or if you're planning to go and do a trek on your own. Because one big concern that trekkers have is that, where do I get high quality gears, and I have to buy everything before going for a DIY trek. But at Indiahikes, we enable trekkers to go on DIY trek by providing all the different kits and gears. Now these have very lightweight compact kits. All you have to do is take them, go for a trek and come back and give it to us.
This is one of the very big myths whenever we go on a DIY trek, that we have to survive on noodles, and to tell you, this is absolutely not true at all. So whenever you are going on a DIY trek with Indiahikes, you will be given this IH food kit to you, and here in the food kit, both your taste and nutrition are taken care with multiple options, like you have upma, you have fried rice, dal khichdi, kheer and lot more other options, where it's very simple to make as well. Just follow the given instruction given in the manual with your food kit, and in matter of 10 to 15 minutes, yes, in just 10 to 15 minutes your food will be ready. And on a trek, you're not just enjoying the trek, but you are also enjoying your food with right nutrition and taste on the trek. So next time, whenever you're going on a DIY trek, you know that it's not true that you'll have to survive on noodles on a trek.
Another myth about DIY trekking that I want to dispel here is that it requires you to have prior experience in trekking, especially having done a lot of treks, to do DIY trekking, and I want to tell you that's not the case either. What you need to do is actually prepare for a trek, both by knowing about the trek, reading up, talking to people about the trail, and two is preparing yourself physically for the trek. If you are prepared, you can take on any trek, and my advice is to take on trails which are popular when you're starting on with your DIY treks. Do the popular trails and then start doing the little bit more challenging or more difficult or little bit more unknown treks. Don't take on an unknown trek where people are not going to be there as your first DIY trek. That's all. It's a very commonsensical thing, but DIY trekking requires no experience. You can just start trekking and do it. Stick to popular trails and prepare yourself. That's all.